Greetings, Pokey people. Ichigo 90 here, and today we're playing Pokemon FireRed with Lord Helix. Once we collect him from Professor Oak, we immediately jump into our first rival battle. Lord Helix is facing down Bulbasaur. And Professor Oak, as usual, cuts in and tries to tell us things that we already know. You will notice at level 5, Lord Helix only has Constrict as an actual attacking move. Withdraw doesn't matter since Bulbasaur is only doing 1 HP anyway. So this battle is going to be pretty boring. We just keep using Constrict over and over again. Bulbasaur alternates tackling and doing nothing. And as such, we inevitably win this battle. Now, in the very earliest stages of the game, things don't go particularly well. As you can see, we have trouble even taking out Weedle. Now, while we do win most of our battles against the hairy worm, it usually ends up poisoning us beforehand, and that's not good. However, at level 13, we learn Bite. Bite in Generation 3 is a special move because it is Dark type, meaning that for all of Brock's high physical defenses that punish people who don't have access to special moves, Lord Helix has no trouble chewing his way through the Geodude and the Onix, and we end up taking out Brock on our very first attempt. We get the Boulder Badge, and now it's on to fight Misty, who I'm not too worried about. We are Rock Water. Our Pokemon are Water type. We are at a higher level. We use Bite. That does more than half to Staryu. Its Water Pulse does almost nothing to us. We take it out easily. Out comes the Starmie. It uses Water Pulse. And Bite's not doing half, and it outspeeds us. And yeah, I really should have been worried about Misty. So we're gonna have to do some training for that. So instead of trying that battle again, we go north and fight rival number 2. So rival number 2 leads off with Pidgeotto. We lead off with Bite. That does about half. Maybe we'll do a better damage roll. We get a crit, so Pidgeotto goes down. Out comes Bulbasaur. We use Bite. It flinches. We use Bite again. It uses Leech Seed. That's not particularly good. So we use Bite again. There's really nothing we can do about that Leech Seed, so he sends out Abra for some reason. We use Bite. It takes it out in one hit. Alright, out comes the Rattata. We take damage from Leech Seed, that's no problem. Quick Attack does nothing. And Bite takes out the Rattata in one hit. Okay, that went a lot better than last time. So now we continue up the bridge, get the SS ticket from Bill, and go straight to rival number 3. He once again leads off with Pidgeotto. We send out Lord Helix. We lead off with Bite. That's our best move against it. We use Water Gun and finish off Pidgeotto. Up next comes Ivysaur. We use Bite. We do more than half. It uses Leech Seed again. Okay, we take damage from that. We use Bite. And we take out the Ivysaur. He sends out Kadabra. And after taking damage from Leech Seed, we use Bite. It uses Kinesis. Okay. We take it out with one hit. Out comes Eradicate. Leech Seed damage. Alright. Bite. It misses Hyper Fang. And Bite almost takes it out. I don't know if that was a range or not. It misses Hyper Fang again. We missed Bite. Okay. It hits Hyper Fang and does nothing, and then Bite takes it off. Okay, we defeated rival number 3. And at this point, I was going to go fight Lieutenant Surge, but then I remembered we hadn't battled Misty yet, so we went back to do that. She leads off with Staryu again. We take it out with a single bite. We level up. Okay, cool. She sends out Starmie. We use Bite. It still outspeeds us and uses Water Pulse. Does a lot, and then a crit takes it out. That fight went much better than the last one. We got the Cascade badge, and then it was actually time to take on Lieutenant Surge. He leads off with Voltorb. Supersonic. We lead off with Mudshot. Okay. I said Supersonic. It was Sonic Boom. I should start scripting, shouldn't I? Anyway, Pikachu goes down to Mudshot. He comes out Raichu. We'll try him another Mudshot right after he paralyzes us. And that only does about half. He uses Double Team. And we hit the second Mudshot and take out the Raichu. Alrighty then. So now that we have that, we can go through Rock Tunnel where nothing happened, Celadon City, Rocket Hideout, where we fight Giovanni. Giovanni leads off with Onyx. Go Lord Helix. We'll use Water Gun. And that takes out the Onyx. Out comes Kangaskhan. We'll try Bite. Our Bite does more than hers, but we'll try Mudshot and see what that does. Nothing. What about Water Gun? Okay. This thing is pretty bulky, but it goes down to a second Water Gun. Rhyhorn goes down to Water Gun. Boom, we took out Giovanni. So I was considering skipping over Erica until I remembered we can get the Ice Beam TM from the Rocket Game Corner. So I spent some time gambling. And with Ice Beam in hand, it's time to go to the gym. Erica leads off with Victory Bell. We send out Lord Helix and immediately Ice Beam. Victory Bell goes down. She sends out Tangela. We use Ice Beam. And Tangela goes down. We level up. That's cool. Vileplume comes out. And one Ice Beam later, it goes down. And we've defeated Erica's gym. So with that in hand, we cancel the evolution because Lord Helix does not need to evolve. And we head over to rival number 4. He sends out Pidgeotto, which we Ice Beam. Up next, he sends out Ivysaur, which we Ice Beam. And it goes down. Up next comes Gyarados. When did he get a Gyarados? We'll bite that. And it crit and still survived. But we Water Gun and it goes down. Up next is Kadabra, which we bite. And it goes down. Up next is Growlithe, which he acquired somewhere, and we'll water gun that. And we've defeated rival number 4. Yeah, but apparently he took it easy on us, but I don't know why he would do that. Anyway, we continue climbing up the tower and rescue Mr. Fuji, who gives us a backstory of the Marowak ghost we fought getting there. Then he gives us the Pokeflute, and it's time to face rival number 5, and his Venusaur outspeeds multiple times and kills us with Razor Leaf. So after trying that fight numerous times, I decided to get the Quick Claw down in Fuchsia City Safari Zone, whatever. While I was there, I picked up Surf and decided to fight Koga since I was in the area. Koga sent out Coughing. We surfed and took out the Coughing. Up next is the Muck, which is usually very annoying due to toxic minimize shenanigans, and yeah, Mudshot's doing about a quarter health and he's already minimizing, so we try Surf, which takes it out in one hit. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. Out comes the second Coughing. We'll try Bite. It barely survives and hits us with a smoke screen. Then it Hyper Potions before we can get off the second bite, which does take it out. Okay. Out comes Wheezing. We bite. It does... I don't know. Anyway, Surf takes it out. So now that we have the Quick Claw, we can go back and try rival number 5 again. And Lord Helix still does not need to evolve, so we cancel that. We get the Soul Badge, and back to Saffron City, Silpho, rival number 5. He leads off with Pidgeot. We're going to Ice Beam that. Right after he Feather Dances, lowering the attack stat that we are absolutely not going to use. Pidgeot goes down to 1 Ice Beam. Out comes the Venusaur, Moment of Truth. Quick Claw activates. Razor Leaf misses. We'll try to bite it, and... okay, we need to take this thing out in one hit. We try that again. He sends out Pidgeot. Ice Beam. We already knew that was going to happen. Next he sends out the Venusaur. Ice Beam. It barely survives and takes us out in one hit. That crit absolutely did not matter. We come back 1 level higher. We hit it with Ice Beam after a Razor Leaf missed. It survives just barely, but it is frozen. And it defrosts immediately and takes us out. Why does that happen? What is the purpose of doing that? There's a 10% chance of Ice Beam actually freezing the opponent, and then there's an option where it can defrost immediately? Why? Anyway, Quick Claw activates, and at level 55, we take out the Venusaur in one hit. Out comes the Gyarados. It intimidates us, drops our physical attack. We're not using it anyway. Bite does about a quarter health. We Surf, it does another quarter. And one more Surf takes it out. I probably got that math very wrong, but I do not care. I am so annoyed about what happened with the freeze. Alakazam just barely survives a bite. It uses Future Sight. We bite it again, it goes down. Up next is Growlithe. It drops our non-used attack stat again. Surf takes it out. So we finally defeated rival number 5. And now here comes Giovanni number 2. He leads off with Nidorino. We use Surf. Nidorino goes down. Out comes Nidoqueen. We use Surf again. Nidoqueen goes down. Out comes Rhyhorn. We use Surf. Rhyhorn goes down. Out comes the Kangaskhan. Will Ice Beam take it out? No, but it does more than half. So we'll do that again. Nidoqueen is down. We've defeated Giovanni again. So now that we've defeated Giovanni, it's time for the easiest gym in all of Kanto, Sabrina. She leads off with Kadabra. We'll use Bite. Bye-bye, Kadabra. I have no idea if that crit mattered or not. Out comes Mr. Mime. We got another crit, and Mr. Mime goes down. Out comes the Venomoth that she has for some reason, and it falls to Surf. Out comes Alakazam. We're gonna bite that. We tank Psychic. It barely survives. She uses a Hyper Potion instead of actually attacking. Because she is bad at Pokemon, she uses another Hyper Potion instead of attacking, even though she outspeeds and clearly does more than half. Then she uses Future Sight instead of the attack that would have won, proving that she is just bad at Pokemon. This gym battle took less time than solving the puzzle. Then that says something about a leader. Anyway, we stop Lord Helix's evolution and then go to a gym that has actually been a challenge in the past. Blaine leads off with Growlithe, who drops our physical attack. And we take it out with a special water move. Out comes the Arcanine, which drops our physical attack. And then we hit it with a special water move, eventually. Yeah, it outsped us, hit us with Bite, it flinched, and then when we did hit it with Surf, it was a one-shot. Anyway, Ponyta does nothing. Then out comes the Rapidash. We hit it with Surf right after it does nothing. We got the Volcano badge. And what is Bill doing here? Anyway, we're going to go on a little side trip. We've got the time. We take on this biker gang by ourselves. Go through the forest, find this little lost girl, and that could have been phrased better. Anyway, it's time for Giovanni again. He sends out Rhyhorn, which goes down to Surf. Boom. Up next is another Rhyhorn, which goes down to Surf. Up next is a Doug Trio, which hits us with Earthquake, and actually does a decent chunk of damage, before going down to Surf. Up next is Nidoqueen. We'll use Surf. It goes down. Okay. Up next is Nidoking. Will Surf take it down? Yes, it will. All right, we got through the gym challenge without too much difficulty. Up next, it's time for rival number 6, right after we stop this evolution. Rival number 6, as usual, will lead off with Pidgeot. We send out Lord Helix and immediately use Ice Beam. I don't know why it's still using Feather Dance. We're not using the attack stat. But up next comes the Venusaur. Rival number 6, as usual, leads off with Pidgeot. We send out Lord Helix and immediately Ice Beam. We get the Quick Claw activation and take it out before it can do anything. Up next comes the Venusaur. Quick Claw activates again, and it takes us out with Razor Leaf. Rival number 6, as usual, leads off with Pidgeot. We send out Lord Helix and immediately Ice Beam. I don't know why it's still using Feather Dance. We're not using the attack stat. Up next comes the rival's Venusaur. We get the Quick Claw activation, we Ice Beam, and we get the crit. There we go. Venusaur's down. Up next is Rhyhorn. This is the third one we've seen in the past 10 minutes. And it goes down to Surf just like the other two. Up next is Gyarados. It uses Intimidate, attacks, that drops our attack. Ice Beam does not quite do half. Bite does not quite take it out. What about a rain boosted Surf? Not very effective, but it's effective enough. Up next is Growlithe, whose Intimidate drops the attack stat we don't use. Surf takes it out. Up next is Alakazam. We use Surf and take it out. Alright, so before we get to the Elite Four, I took the time to get the leftovers, which required spending a lot of time getting the item finder. It's a whole thing. It's time to fight Lorelei. Lorelei sends out Dewgong. We're going to try Mudshot. That didn't do a whole lot. What about another one? Dropped its speed. I think we outsped that time. It sets up Hail. Leftovers negates that damage. What does Surf do? Not much. So the thing with Lorelei is she's going to be the toughest member of the Elite Four this go round because our attacking moves do not stack up well with her Pokemon. Her Pokemon resist or are neutral to 3 of our 4 moves, and yeah, the Slowbro and the Jinx are the only ones we have super effective hits for. And they're all bulky. And Dewgong took us out on the first attempt. Okay, so we ground up to level 67, I believe it is. Try again. We're going to Mudshot so that we outspeed this Dewgong since we saw that we can do that. Then we're going to Bite. We're going to hope for a flinch. That Surf did more to us than what our moves do to it. We did not get the flinch again, and we're gonna get taken out. That's 2 attempts where we did not even get through her first Pokemon. So after that, I had some rare candies that I had picked up during the adventure through Kanto, and I shoved them all down Lord Helix's throat. So Lorelei sends out her Dugong. We send out our much higher level Lord Helix, the Mudshot. Dropped its speed. Surf is still doing a lot to us. We're going to bite. It sets up the hail. We do have leftovers, so we're not taking damage from hail, but we're also not recovering, which is what the leftovers are for. Surf is still doing a lot. So Lord Helix has really good physical defense and really good special attack, but really poor physical attack and really poor special defense and really poor speed. But we are currently outspeeding this Dugong, and as long as Bite keeps flinching, we can take it out. The hail finally stopped. Leftovers is going to heal us like it's supposed to. We took out the Dugong. Out comes the Cloyster. This thing has pretty good physical defense, but we're not worried about that. Bite is the special attack, and it's doing a lot. But it protects. Okay, that's a free turn of healing for us. Double protected, that's 2 free turns of healing for us. Will it try to protect again? No, and we took it out. Out comes the Slowbro. We're going to bite. That does not... Oh, that crit and took it out. Okay, never mind. Out comes the Lapras, and this thing ended quite a few of our attempts. But this time we bite, it flinches, we bite, it confuses us. Why are you doing this, Lapras? Why? You bite it again, you use a Surf, that did a lot. It used a Citrus Berry. Can we crit? Yes, and we took out the Lapras. Out comes Jinx, which is another run killer. We'll bite, and it puts us to sleep. Why are you doing this, Jinx? Bite, it uses Attract. I knew I should have reset for a female. So we hurt ourselves in confusion. We'll try to bite again, and it puts us to sleep. Why are you like this, Jinx? Why are you like this? Ice Punch. Okay, that didn't do as much as I was worried it would. Another Ice Punch. We woke up. We're confused. And we... Oh boy. Sleep. Leftovers. Ice Punch. We are getting dangerously low on health. Lord Helix, I need you to attack. Stop being in love with that Jinx. I don't even think you are in the same egg group. We finally hit a bite, and it does way more than half damage. And she uses a full restore. We hit another bite. This time we go into red health. Can we? No, we cannot. So she hits us with another Ice Punch. We wake up. We're in love, and finally the jinx goes down. We can finally move on to Bruno. Alright, so I'm not that worried about Bruno. We can take out the Onyxes with one hit. We've seen that happen many times. As predicted, Surf takes out the Onyx. Out comes the second Onyx, which actually outspeeds us and uses Earthquake. Okay. But it still goes down to Surf. Up next is Hitmonchan. We do have pretty good special attack. Surf is a stab move with 95 base power, but it survives with red health. And that Sky Uppercut is a super effective move because we're part rock type. Okay, so we're going to hit it with Bite. That's not a very effective move, but it does put this thing in range to be taken out with Surf. As predicted. Okay, now what about Hitmonlee? It is a little more frail than Hitmonchan, I do believe. That also survives and hits us with a super effective stab move. Okay, so we're gonna Mud Shot this. That's a physical move, but it does lower speed, and it should also put it in range for Surf. I was right, it does do that. Okay, what about Hitmonchan? This thing will probably use Cross Chop, which does have a habit of missing. Except when I actually need it to. We need to start over. Okay, this time we're fighting Lorelei. Dugong comes out. We're gonna hit Bite. Okay, critical hit, that did a lot of damage. So did that Surf. Okay, but a second Bite it does take it out. Okay, cool. Up next is Cloyster. Will Bite one shot? Not quite, and it sets up Hail. Okay, she heals this time. Can we get a crit on the Bite? No, that's too much to hope for. She does not heal this time, and Bite takes out the Cloyster. Okay, up next is Slowbro. This thing's a psychic type, so it can bite one shot, especially with that hail damage. No, not even with the hail damage, but it does flinch. So at least it didn't hit us with anything. Will she heal? She does not heal, and up next is the Lapras. This thing is way bulkier than it has any right to be. It flinched. Alright. Do that again. Okay, we got a crit, and it flinched. Okay, but it has Citrus Berry, so I don't know if this will take it out. It does not, and it hits us with Confuse Ray. Because of course it did. And she used a full restore because of course she did. And we hit ourselves in confusion because of course we did. Yeah, we snapped out. It flinched again. And it hit us with Confuse Ray. Okay, Bite. We broke through the confusion. And we took a lot of damage from Surf. Okay, we snapped out. And that thing survived on literally 1 HP. Because, of course it did. But it does go down, and we level up, which is nice. It would be really nice if this Jinx went down to a single bite. Okay, missed Lovely Kiss. And it survived in red health. Why wouldn't it? And Lovely Kiss hit this time. Why wouldn't it? It uses Attract. Okay. At least she's not healing this Pokemon. I don't know why. All these sleep, attract, confusion shenanigans that she does with this Jinx, and she doesn't heal it when she has the chance. Anyway, we woke up, we're in love, and we don't attack. And we're back to sleep. Oh boy. We get hit with Ice Punch, we woke up, we're in love, we break through, and we take out the Jinx again. Okay, back to Bruno. Lord Helix, you do not need to evolve. I don't know why you keep doing this. So anyway, like I was saying, back to Bruno. Yeah. Send out your Onyx so that we can take it out. He leads off with Onyx. We lead off with Lord Helix. We use Surf. And the Onyx goes down. Out comes the second Onyx. We outspeed it this time and it goes down. That crit absolutely did not matter. Out comes the Hitmonchan. Will Surf take it out this time? Yes, it will. Which means it will also take out the Hitmonlee. Or maybe it won't. Was I wrong earlier? Is Hitmonlee slightly bulkier than Hitmonchan? Well, either way, we're going to bite. Which will absolutely put it in range to be taken out with Surf. And up next comes the Machamp. Will it miss a Cross Chop this time? We're going to Mud Shot just in case. And no, it does not miss the Cross Chop, but we survive it. And then we're going to Surf, and the Machamp should go down. It does. Meaning we've made it to Agatha. I'm incredibly not worried about Agatha because she has historically been the absolute easiest member of the Elite Four to take out. So she leads off with Gengar. We lead off with Surf. Uses Double Team, but it doesn't matter, we hit anyway. I have no idea if that crit mattered, but it's on to Golbat. It uses Confuse Ray. And we hurt ourselves in confusion. Anyway, snap out of it immediately and take it down with Ice Beam. Up next is Haunter. We're going to use Surf, and it hits us with Hypnosis. Hypnosis has like a 55% accuracy, and it hits the first one, really. Okay, Curse is not great, but we only need to take out 3 Pokemon. Mean Look, that doesn't matter, we're not switching out, this is a solo run. Wake up. Dream Eater. Pretty sure we can take this thing out in one hit still. Okay, up next is the second Gengar. Can we take this thing out with one hit? It outspeeds. I don't remember the last time I lost to Agatha. That's the first time in a while. Oh boy. Anyway, back to Lorelei. Dugong, bite. Okay. She's not in healing range, is she? This next one should take it out? Yep. Okay. So now it's on to Cloyster. Can we take this out in one hit? Almost. That spikes does not matter. So we're going to use Mud Shot. That puts it in range to be taken out with Bite. And the Cloyster goes down. Okay. Slowbro. This thing is very non-problematic. Will Bite take it out in one shot? Not quite, but it uses Amnesia. Will she heal? No? Okay. On to Lapras. Will this take it out? No. That was too much to hope for. Crit would not have taken it out either, and now we're confused. That Surf is still doing a lot of damage. And we hurt ourselves and took another Surf. Why are you like this, Lapras? We snapped out, got a crit, it flinched, we heal. Citrus Berry, does that take it out of healing range? It does, and it goes down. Out comes the Jinx, and it would be really nice if we took this thing out in one shot. We used the Ice Punch this time instead of Lovely Kiss. That's lovely. And it survives on red health because why not? And she actually heals it this time. Okay. Does she just have a limited number of those and normally wastes them on the Lapras? Whatever, we took her out. Now on to Bruno. We know how to beat this guy now, and I'm pretty sure we can actually take out the Hitmonlee. So he sends out Onix. We're going to surf that and just take it out. Okay, Onix number 1 is down. Out comes Onix number 2. We outspeed. It goes down. Hitmonchan went down to 1 surf last time. It goes down to surf it again this time. Hitmonlee barely survived. It should go down though. Yep. Now comes the Machamp. Will it go down to surf? No, but it uses Scary Face on a Pokemon that is not going to outspeed very many things. Mud Shots. So now it will be taken out with Surf. Well, admittedly, we are a much higher level, and that's the only reason we're outspeeding anything. Anyway, back to Agatha. Lord Helix, I keep telling you, you do not need to evolve. So as I was saying, back to Agatha. Just send out your Gengar. Okay, so can we hit this thing with Surf? It uses Double Team. And we miss. Surf, another Double Team. Surf missed again. Triple Double Team. Okay, Surf hit that time. It's dead. Golbat uses Bite and we flinch. It uses Bite and we use Ice Beam and it goes down. Alright, up next is Haunter. And assuming it misses Hypnosis, we should... Oh, it goes straight for Curse. Alright, it's definitely going down. Okay, out comes the second Gengar. We use Surf, it misses Hypnosis. It goes down. Out comes the Arbok. Okay, Curse, Surf. I have no idea if that crit mattered, but we took out Agatha. Guys, I keep telling you, Agatha is easy. Anyway, I am extremely unworried about Bird Keeper Lance here. Ice Beam may not be stab, but it is a powerful ice type move that is super effective against most of his team and quad super effective against his ace Pokemon. Gyarados here is the only Pokemon he has that's going to resist Ice Beam at all, and it's still doing about half. We're just going to use it again. Maybe we'll get a better damage roll this time. We do, and it goes down. Out comes Dragonair number 1. We're going to hit it with Ice Beam, and it's going to go down. Boom. Up next, Dragonair number 2. We're going to hit this thing with Ice Beam, and it's going to go down. Boom. Up next is Dragonite. This thing is quad weak to Ice Beam, so we're going to aim for the face. And it's going to go down. Boom. Up next is Aerodactyl. We're going to Ice Beam this, and we're going to aim for the face. Okay, it actually outspeeds and uses Ancient Power, but then it takes the Ice Beam in the face, and it goes down. We've defeated Bird Keeper Lance. First try. All that's left, Lord Helix, you do not need to evolve. All that's left now is the champion. And I messed this up. I thought it worked the same way it did in Ruby, where you went up the staircase, then entered the room. So I'm going in on low PP on my 2 best moves and damaged, and we're just going to Ice Beam this Pidgeot. It goes down. Up next comes the... Never mind, out comes the Rhydon. Alright, we're going to Surf. Okay, that went down. Now comes the Venusaur. We're going to Mud Shot. This is going to slow it down so that we outspeed on the next turn. And then we're going to Ice Beam. That Ice Beam would not have killed without the damage from the Mud Shot. And that Solar Beam it was preparing would have torn us to shreds. Out comes the Alakazam. We're going to Mud Shot this to slow it down. Maybe we'll outspeed. And then we're going to hit it with a bite. There you go. Alakazam down. Now comes Gyarados. This thing has Hydro Pump that's going to do a lot of damage despite being a neutral hit. We are going to bite. We cannot use Mud Shot slowdown strategies because this thing is a flying type. But it's down to below half health. Will Ice Beam take it out? It hits us with another Dragon Rage. It goes down. Alright, our Arcanine comes in. Reflect wore off, that doesn't matter. Surf. Will the Arcanine go? Arcanine went down. Boom. Lord Helix has triumphed. Lord Helix is perfect. Anyway, that was FireRed using only Omanyte, aka Lord Helix. My next video is going to go back to Hoenn. We're going to play Pokemon Emerald using only an Absol. Will we be able to do it? You'll have to like this video and subscribe to my channel to find out. Until then, I am Ichigo 90 and I am blasting off again.